Yo, how's it bouncing, gang? I hope all of you are doing super great today. I'm in a great mood because we've got some exciting news, not only for AirPods 2, I know I keep talking about them, but more info keeps coming out, and new iPads probably coming sometime in March, at least in the springtime. There's a lot to talk about as always. Drop a like down below if you're excited, and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. But let's go ahead and jump in. So starting off with AirPods 2, there was speculation for a very, very long time that Siri functionality or hands-free Siri functionality would be coming to AirPods. So you would no longer have to double tap on the right AirPod or left AirPod to invoke Siri. You could simply say the trigger phrase, Siri, and I keep having to bleep it out so it doesn't trigger your devices, and then you could actually interact with your iPhone hands-free with AirPods enabled. So anyway, just a couple of hours after Apple released the first iOS 12.2 beta to developers, check up here in the top right-hand corner of the screen if you want to see everything that's new in the first update. 9to5Mac exclusively obtained what it's going to look like when you presumably connect AirPods to, what else would it be at this point, to your iPhone. And it looks just like this. I'll leave a link to the full article down below. It says set up, hey, and then the trigger phrase, talk to Siri with your AirPods or iPhone by saying the trigger phrase again, and then it'll tell you what Siri actually does, sends your information like voice input, contacts, and location to Apple to process your request, and then there's a dialogue or a button to actually set it up right then and there. So Apple has more or less confirmed AirPods 2 and have absolutely leaked the fact that the next version of AirPods will have hands-free Siri functionality. Now, is this something that we didn't really know before? No, we'd been hearing it for a long time, and that was the rumor that just kept popping back up. But this is a hard leak in iOS that AirPods 2 are probably right around the corner if Apple is including this pop-up in iOS 12.2. Like, 12.2 is probably going to drop late February, early March. That would be the perfect time for Apple to finally drop these. Now, unfortunately here, there is no leaked image of AirPods. When I saw this headline, I was super stoked. Maybe we actually see what they're going to look like because according to Digitimes, they could be slightly redesigned to fit more health monitoring features in them, but we don't have an official image just yet. I'm still looking forward to seeing that. Maybe it leaks ahead of when they release. Maybe we just see them in the flesh when Apple pushes them out on apple.com. So after Apple leaked the AirPods feature yesterday, today Apple also confirmed that new iPads are on the way. Now, it's not as direct. Unfortunately, this isn't a leak inside of iOS, so you can't like dig around in the code and find it for yourself. So long story short, in certain parts of the world, Apple has to apply for certification before they can announce or release new products there. It's usually that we hear about it from the EEC, known as the Eurasian Economic Commission, and this time, yet again, coming courtesy of my smart price, they have certified Apple to release 6 new products, new iPads this time around. And what's really interesting about this, the fact that there are 6 new iPad models that have been certified by the EEC, is the fact that last year, right around the same time, Apple only received certification for 2 iPad models. You know what that means? We've been hearing rumors about the revitalization of the iPad mini line that hasn't been touched since I think 2015 now. So with 6 new models coming, I don't think there's any way that it's just another version of the budget $329 iPad. I really think this is evidence, guys, that like the iPad mini 5 is on the horizon, and that's really exciting. I'm really excited for the budget iPad this year because the screen is supposed to get a little bit bigger, either going from 9.7 to 10 or 10.5 inches, and also the bezels around it getting a little bit slimmer. It's probably still going to have a home button if I had to bet, just because it is a budget model, but who knows, maybe Apple could somehow give that iPad the jump to Face ID. Also, the iPad mini currently sits at 7.9 inches, and I feel like I've heard rumors all across the board. I've seen a leak of an A9 processor right here for the iPad mini 5, but that's a really old processor, and I really hope that Apple would not shaft us with that processor on an iPad mini update that we've been waiting for years. So with all that in mind, if you've been looking to buy an iPad, it's probably just around the corner. I think Apple received certification in February of 2018 for a March release for the new iPads. We're hearing about this in January now, but with new AirPods on the way and new iPads, there's definitely the potential for a March event, and I'm looking to make a video on that at some point in the future, sort of encapsulating everything we've been hearing that leads me to believe Apple could be working on a March event for March of 2019, because they've done them in the past and they could definitely do them again. That is all I've got to tell you about in this video. This is really exciting stuff. Rarely do we get 2 leaks or confirmations back to back, day to day, on new Apple products, but this is some cool stuff that I had to share with you guys as always. If you enjoyed it, if you learned something new, drop a like down below, smash that freaking like button, and of course, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Guys, I've been Sam. I am Sam, and I'll still be Sam when I see you next, and I will talk to you in my next video.